game for April for PlayStation, and I downloaded it 'cause my son really likes car games. So I didn't really think of playing it myself, but just today I felt like playing a driving game, and I have Need for Speed, and like I got it on sale a while back, and I've never really played it, and I was gonna play that, and then I saw this, and I'll give this a shot. And I've only played a couple of levels, but I really like it. The thing with Need for Speed is that it's like story based, and you drive for a little bit, and you're always, a lot of these new car games, you're wasting a lot of time driving from one race to another race. But with this game, this is more like Angry Birds of racing, in the sense that each race takes like 30 seconds. That's it, the whole race, 30 seconds, because it's not like a race, it's just like a part of a track, and it gives you a goal. How fast can you do this piece of track? And so far it's been really fun. But I've only done like 2 levels, I think 3 maybe. And then I thought, this is so fun, I should share it with you guys. And you guys can, and I'm in a pretty good mood today. Speaking of which, I should take my medicine. It's not medicine, it's herbal. I bought some like herbal stuff for depression. St. John's wort, anybody heard of that? It's supposedly like the best natural herb you can take for feeling in a better mood. But I'm in a good mood today. I think my YouTube videos have been are starting to bounce back a little bit, because I was views per video recently, but then my last few videos have been getting higher than that. And I'm trying to upload more regularly, so I think that's gonna just help everything. And I've got some really good ideas for videos. I've said this before. I've got so many good ideas for videos that I've written down over the years, and I've done less than 3% of them. Like, it's nuts. I use St. John's wort all the time. Yeah, it's supposed to be good. I bought, it's St. John's wort combined with all the B complex, and then some other stuff. It's pretty much like a multivitamin with St. John's wort. Anyways, what's up from Cambodia? Cool. I got a friend of mine that's going to Cambodia in the near future. Cambodia and Bolivia. He's brave. Anyways, let's go back to the campaign. Solo campaign. Do you guys got this game? It's for free this month, so if you don't have it. Yeah, I've done 3 missions so far. I got gold on the first and silver on the next 2. I think I'm just gonna do silver on each one, and then once I have experience with the game, I'll go back to the beginning and then start trying to get golds. Number 3 was fun. I'm gonna show you this one again. I think I can get gold on 3 pretty easily. So, Mad Max. Oh yeah. Mad Max, I love that game. I loved it. I got it on PC through Steam a long time ago. So I see it's for free this month, but I've already almost beaten it on PC. What am I doing? I'm trying for the gold. Okay, I gotta concentrate, guys. Did it? Yeah. There you go, gold medal. Ooh, nice try. It's like watching you ride your moped, yeah. Really? Hey, do you still play GTA or any combat games like Battlefield 4 or anything like that? I play Fortnite. I haven't played Overwatch in a while. Every once in a while, I'll turn on Battlefield. I've got just too many good games nowadays. Recently, you know what my favorite shooting game is right now? Splatoon 2. If you don't know what Splatoon is, it's kind of like it's like a shooter that's made for kids, but it's actually really in depth and fun. So It's for a Nintendo Switch. And honestly, if you have the money, and people are going to be like, oh, how come you have the money? I bought the Nintendo Switch for my son's birthday back when I was making good money on cryptocurrency. So, past tense, right? Anyways, Splatoon 2 is... oh, fuck! Yeah, I couldn't have messed that up any worse. Splatoon 2 is it's a Nintendo Switch exclusive shooter that is... It is tons of fun. There's like pretty much every different weapon creates a different I got silver even with the 2 crashes. Every different weapon kind of creates a different like character class, because a weapon isn't just a weapon, it's a weapon plus a sub weapon plus a super weapon, so you get 3 weapons as a package deal, and there's like 40 different combinations at least, so it's you know, each one plays differently. And there's a lot of different, your armor, the things that you wear have spec ability perks, and each item of clothing can have up to like 4 or 5 different ability perks, so you can do different combinations to soup up your people in different ways, and it's really interesting. Anyways, it's called Splatoon 2. Hey, yeah, okay. Nothing new? Nothing new? You guys are just listening to topics. Are you talking about Splatoon 2, Dreamland Nightmare? I hate the thing that makes me rage with that game is when, well, I just hate the fact that there's so many games I play in it where my teammates do nothing. Like at the end of the game, you look at their score and their score is 0. So but they weren't standing still, so they didn't disconnect. They were running around the map, and somehow they got a score of 0. How did they get a score of 0 if they were running around the map? I don't get it. They must have shot their gun once. Like, I don't get it. That's frustrating. I'm hoping that once I start playing ranked battles, that I'll have less of those people to deal with. That's what I'm thinking. Let's see next step. So yeah, but Splatoon 2 is a lot of fun. I like doing the sardine runs, whatever they're called, salmon runs. My son loves it. He's higher level than me. I'm level 9 right now, and I've been playing quite a bit. He's level 10 somehow. Well, I do the... Oh, shit. That's because I was talking to you guys. I'm playing you guys for that. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, I was happy that I caught up with him again, then I lost him again. Keep in mind, I've been playing this game for a total of, like, I think a total of 10 minutes. Yeah, less. The first match only for like 30 seconds each. I can't read anything right now. The guy in my helmet is just like, oh my god, you suck. Okay, I'm getting the hang of it. I need to brake a lot harder for those corners. I'm pretty good at drifting.
You've taken the bronze.
I don't want the bronze. You can have it back. Have you tried Dirt Rally? No, I've never really gotten into those games. I generally don't like just doing track, and the Dirt Rally games I've always found it a little bit boring. It's just like, I like racing in the city with traffic, not on dirt trails with the hard right coming up and all that. It's just, I don't know. Haven't played a Trackmania in 10 years. Still looks fun. I've never played this game before. It was new to me. Why is this my last chance? When I'm like lap 1 of 3. Okay, I passed him. No, as long as I don't mess up. I got the silver for sure. Whoa! Oh! Oh! I almost. Did you guys see that? I was like, I almost hit the wall a few times there. But I held it. Okay, I'm doing much better. Hold on. Oops. In real life, I've definitely slowed down a bit. No, come on! Ah, man. I probably had the gold up until I tapped that wall.
Silver. The silver medal.
130.61. I bet you I had to get below 130 to get gold. So I'm 0.6 over, I'm betting. Let's see. What do I need for gold? What's gold? Hello? I have to track and then come back in again. It'll let me choose. No! Wow! I was completely off. I was 9 seconds away from gold. Jeez. Have you seen the remastered version of Burnout? No. I like the old Burnouts though. When did it come out? When my son loves Burnout. He plays it on my PC. He's played it for years. When did it come out? Thank you, Nick. This lag sucks, man. I'm waiting for someone to tell me. I watched your video on how to ride it before I got my. Have you sold your Ninja yet? No, I haven't even put it online for sale yet. I need to. There's some people that are interested in some of the parts on it, so I might sell the parts first. Yeah, I'll probably get that. I'll get more money that way. Yeah, like a friend of mine has a similar Ninja, so he wants my rear shock, and then he'll put his rear shock onto my bike. So the person that buys it will get a stock rear shock as opposed to the Öhlins, and that way I get money for the Öhlins as opposed to just giving it away for free with my bike, which is the way it normally is. You can't charge people more for your bike just because you have modifications. In theory, you can. A month ago, wow, this is new. A new Burnout came out recently. That's interesting. Is it on PC only, or? Interesting. No, I don't think I'll miss the Ninja. I ride the Ninja on average about once every 2 months. Like literally 1 day out of 60, I'll take it for a ride. And that's usually because I think to myself, shit, I better ride it or it's gonna rust. No, I don't think I'm gonna miss it. It sucks though, because I've put about $20,000 into that Ninja, and I'm gonna sell it for 3. So, yay. They have it in America. It's called the Ninja 650 in America. Anyways, I don't know. I'm gonna try this one more time. I don't understand how he beats me off this. Well, maybe I was a little late in the gas this time, but still. I don't really understand how they beat you off the line when it's not like Mario Kart where you have to hit the accelerator at a specific time to. I think it's on PS4 and Xbox. Okay, I'll take a look on PS4. It's probably not a. Oh man, I'm in walls. hard to read and race at the same time. Oh, I just got passed by myself. And I suck, so, oh my goodness. Okay, screw this. Next draft, here we go. Should get a 50cc. Make it 101 Mario Kart. Yeah, with Mario Kart, so like 3, 2. What was this thing? Yeah, I'm guessing Burnout Remastered isn't a full-priced game. I think I have some money still sitting. I think I got like $40 sitting on my PS4 account. If anybody wants to donate a PS4 card, let me know. Oh, I remember way back in the day, when I used to sell my private series, I'd have like younger people contacting me, and they'd be like, "Yeah, I want your private series, but I don't have a credit card or anything." And I would tell them, "Well, just go to like Shoppers Drug Mart or any store and buy a PS4 card for like $10." Or back in those days, it was PS3 and a PlayStation Network card, and then just send me the number, and that's the same as money. Because people would ask me like, "How can I pay cash for your private series? I don't have a credit card." And I'm like, "Well, just tell me the number on a card." But that's what I always asked for payment, was a network card. Private series are $10 for the old ones, or you can just, yeah, they're $10, and then look for whichever one you want. The links are underneath my videos, man. All my videos have the same. I'll have like 5-6 links underneath them. All the information is there. Okay, I'm doing okay right now. Hold on, I can't read any. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's going on here? I do not. Okay. So when I reset, I just reset there. Is my time still going, or does my time reset? It's hard to do these tracks the first time because you have no idea. Yeah, these tracks are crazy. Let's just resume, give up. Cheers from a poor Vancouver, right? Yeah, Vancouver's crazy, man. I don't know if I'd want to live there. I heard Vancouver's like 60% Asian now, and it's also like the drug capital of Canada. You've got like hundreds of homeless sleeping in tents on the street in a no-go area downtown. Like, I haven't seen any of that for myself yet. I have a cousin who lives just outside of Vancouver, and I think it's Kelowna or something. And she has a really nice house. And when I visit, I stay there. Me and my son, we got to spend a few days in Kelowna, BC, and it was beautiful. It was a small town. Everyone was super friendly. Yeah, I think the next time we go to Canada, we might not go to Winnipeg. We might just stay in Vancouver. It would save us money on an extra flight, and my cousin's really cool. But I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna try this again. That was German. Schwein, drein. Ein, zwei, drei. This is a different track, isn't it? No, it's the same one. Okay. Jeez, I don't know what's going on. Like I said, man. You have to like memorize these tracks before you even do them. You can't just... Oh, come on. Oh my goodness.
You've taken the bronze.
I flipped my car and took the bronze. What game is this? It's called Trackmania Turbo, and it's free on PS4 this month. Ramstein impersonator. I don't know who Ramstein is. No, Vancouver's not worse than Detroit. Detroit, pretty much the whole city is poor, and then it's got the really bad areas. Vancouver just has like a bad area, and then the rest of it is like riches. It's like riches as rich as, I don't want to swear. Rich as fudge. The rest of it is rich as fudge. Vancouver is full of like billionaire 18-year-old Asians. That's probably the worst thing about it. The bums in Vancouver are fine. It's the rich Asians you got to worry about. Detroit is a lovely vacation area. Well, I really don't know enough to say either way. I've been watching that on Netflix. I've been watching that police show, the Flint one. It's like, I'm gonna try silver again on this. Every time they say the 3, 2, 1, they say it in a different language. Sweet. Oh, son of a... Look at that. You tap a wall, boom, guy behind you. Oh, look at that. Still don't matter. Oh, how did I hit the donut? Did I mean to do that? No, I did not mean to do that, you retarded. How do you... there's no place... There's no restart. That's retarded. Why is there not a restart button? I work in Flint. Work in Flint. Yeah, game's talking shit. No, yeah, you mean to do that? What the hell? I flipped my car and landed facing backwards. No, I did not mean to do that. Okay, yeah, I'm doing good. I'm ahead of myself. I'm ahead of myself, and I'm ahead of the ghost car as well. My ghost and the computer's ghost. Oh, God, that's so confusing. I did. Oh, jeez. I haven't been past yet. It is. Oh my goodness. Oh, see, like I see the entranceway. That's the exit. I see the exit, so I aim for it, and boom, I hit a triple. I'm just. Hold on a sec. Let me just. I'm not even gonna finish the game. I'm just gonna try to figure out where I'm supposed to be going here. I hit that sign each time. Always restart. Oh, thank you. Okay, triangle is go back to a checkpoint. Triangle is like put your car back on the road and always restart. Oh yeah, I see it in the bottom right now. Thank you. Respawn and restart. Okay. Thank you, 777. I like 777's name. It says. Okay, so your name just made me crash. I like 777's name because it says 777 and then it has 2 sevens. And a dumb person would say, oh, there's only 2. But no, because his name writes the word 7 in the name. So technically there is 3. So it's actually pretty cool. The first one's written and the next 2 are numeric. Stop squiggling. Okay. No! Why? Why did that happen? Oh. Later, Ajax. Have you ever played DOA? Of course I have. I've played all the MOBA games. My favorite one right now is still HOTS. You know? League of Legends, there's too much shopping to do and stuff. You gotta save up the gold, and then you gotta like figure out all these different things you gotta buy. I'd rather just play, you know? I'm not a chick. I don't want to spend all my time shopping. I want to play the frickin' game. Okay. Just don't hit the sign! Okay, I got silver. I got silver. That's good enough for now. That's all I want. Yeah, it was funny. Nice try means you suck. Nice try. Okay, let's start this. How's your touring going? It's not going. Watch my other 2 videos recently. I talk about my tours. Actually, I had a guy contact me on Facebook just today, like a guy I hadn't talked to in a while, and he sent me a message. He goes, he's like a YouTube subscriber. He's not a real life friend. He's a YouTube subscriber, and he sent me a message, and he's like, "Hey man, how's your life been lately? How's the things, and how's your tours?" And I just responded with like question mark, question mark, question mark, and I wrote, my last 2 videos are just me talking about my life recently and my tours. And then you write to me and ask, how's your life? What do you want me to do? Just retype all the shit I just said in the last 20 minutes of video on YouTube? And he's like, oh, sorry, I haven't watched your videos in a bit. And I'm like, well, then don't, don't ask how are you doing when my last video on YouTube is literally just like a life update where I talk about how I'm doing. I'm not going to type it out individually to each of my 200,000, well, of my 1,000 viewers that the video gets. I know I sound like a dick right now, but it happens a lot, okay? If it was just the once, I wouldn't care, and I would type it out. But, people on a regular basis, people sending me messages like, oh, hey man, M13, I'm a big fan, love your videos. How's Babao doing? She died like 3 years ago. That's how she's doing, you fuck. Big fan, man, love your videos. How's the dog? Oh, dead. Years ago. Should I do my master's in China if I don't care about politics? Taiwan costs 4 times as much and China is free. Hey, guts, I doubt that because there is a university right near my house called the, what is it? The National Zhongyuan Daxue, I don't know. There's an international university near my house, and all the foreigners get their degree there for free. And not only is it free, but they get paid. Their living expenses are paid. So it's free university, free rent, and free food. So I don't know. Maybe for your specific degree, it's only offered in China. But Taiwan offers free university degrees. Yeah, sure. You can apply and you can live with me. The university is only a couple blocks from my house. All the international students, they ride around on bicycles because if you're a student, you can't get a driver's license. But I've got extra scooters. I don't care. Computer science from Winnipeg. I'm sure they would have that here. I don't know, man. You need to Google it more. I don't know, man. I loved living in Winnipeg. I liked Manitoba, so I'm not going to say anything bad about it. Happiest time of my life was Manitoba. The women are loose there. That's one good thing about it. That's one good thing about any shitty place to live. Like, especially like Manitoba, where we have these super harsh winters where everyone's super bored. Harsh winters and super bored just means lots of easy chicks. That's what it means. Oh. What was I supposed to do there? Okay. Yeah. The Filipino girls were gorgeous in Winnipeg 20 years ago when I lived there. It's funny because... Okay, I hit the brakes because I didn't want to... Ooh, it worked. It might have worked. Oh, no. That's not fair. What am I supposed to do? Oh. Yeah, there's a lot of Filipino girls in Manitoba, Winnipeg, where I'm from, and I dated a few back when I lived there. And I remember thinking, like, every time I'd meet a Filipino girl, they were always gorgeous. And so I just assumed that all Filipino girls were gorgeous, because everyone in Winnipeg is. Ooh, gold. And yeah, and then I moved out to Taiwan, and Taiwan has a lot of Filipinos, and they have these Filipino dance clubs out here. So I went to a Filipino dance club out here, and I just assumed, okay, it's gonna be filled with gorgeous women because all the Filipinos in Winnipeg are gorgeous. And there wasn't a single good-looking one in the entire place. We're talking like 200 ugly Filipinos, like women, and that's not including the guys. And it blew me away. I'm like, what? How does this work? How do only good-looking Filipinos live in Winnipeg and only unattractive Filipinos live in Taiwan? And the answer is because in the Philippines, the poor men get ugly wives and have ugly children and send them away to work as factory workers. The rich men in the Philippines get beautiful wives, have beautiful children, and send them away to Canada. So if you want to meet the best looking Japanese or Chinese or Filipino women in the planet, the best place to go is Canada. Like, you know. So in other words, you know, which country has the best looking Asians? Japan, Korea, or Taiwan? The answer is Canada. Go to Vancouver. Like, I bet in Vancouver it's 60, yeah, or USA. Like, the best looking Asians on the planet Earth are in North America. Don't be crude, Guts. Yeah, look at that, gold. Oh my goodness. The best Asians are in Mexico? I highly doubt that. Why would, that doesn't make sense. Mexico's a third world country. Why would good-looking Asians with money leave a third world country to move to a different third world country? You know, Mexico's more corrupt than most of Asia, so. This game's getting harder now, man. In the beginning, it was fun. I love how you just click one button and instantly restart, though. That's what makes this game fun. It's just instant action, instant fun. You gotta memorize a little bit, which I don't like. I'd rather just rely on my skill, not my memory. My memory sucks, especially if I'm talking with you guys. I'm not gonna remember. I see you guys typing, but this tunnel is like the scooter tunnels that I take. Didn't Peru have a Japanese prime minister who was corrupt and fled to Japan? Don't know. What will be your next big bike? I probably will never have another big bike. I currently have like the cheapest big bike there is, and I never ride it, and I can't afford to keep it. So the thought of getting another one is, if I win the lottery, I would probably get another big bike to ride once every couple of months. But I don't know, man. Even then, I don't know if I would. Yeah, to be honest, I actually like cruisers. I've always have. My first brand new motorcycle. Actually, maybe my only brand new. No, not my only. My first brand new motorcycle was the Cruiser in Canada. And I liked it. I like riding around the Cruisers. But I was very aggressive on it. So, and then when I moved to Taiwan, I realized that a sport bike was a better fit for me, considering how aggressively I rode. But I'm not as aggressive anymore, so maybe a Cruiser would be the right fit for me now.
You've taken the silver medal.
What's your Ninja worth in Taiwan? I bought it new for $12,000 US. I put about another $8,000 US into modifying it. It's got like every mod it could have, pretty much. And so I'm about $20,000 into it, and if I sell it, I'll probably get like $3 or $4 grand back, and that's it, which is depressing. Grom versus scooter. I literally have a video on that. Just go to YouTube and type in M13 Grom versus scooter, or M13 Grom review. I don't think it says Grom versus scooter. I think it's like Grom review. And the answer is a scooter by far. A scooter is literally faster than a Grom, and it has storage, and it has floorboards that you could like sit your dog on. You know, like a scooter would beat a Grom in a race. It's faster, it's more practical, but people are still going to buy Groms over scooters because one's a mini motorbike and the other one's a scooter, and people don't like scooters. You've been live this entire time. I have a cruiser and I've ridden it hard since new. It's got 60k. Yeah. I rode I did wheelies, like crazy ones. I did like 12 o'clock wheelies on my cruiser in Canada. And I used to like filter like super aggressive. I had cheap Chinese one back and I loved it. Ride, I consider it dual sport. Nah, I'm not into, I hate dirt biking. I've done it before, I don't like it. I like riding with people. I like riding around people, with people. I like racetrack, mind you, so that's kind of separated, but nonetheless, I very much dislike off-roading. I never said teaching English is a bad idea. I said it's a great idea for everyone, but only for a year or two, because if you do it more than that, then you get trapped here. What happened to Brad? Asks Dragon Memories. Brad, he's married now. He's married to a local Taiwanese girl. He pretty much owes his whole life to me. When he first moved to Taiwan, Brad, he moved down south to some shitty little town, and he couldn't find it. And he had an agent that was supposed to find him a job, and the agent couldn't find him a job. So he spent the first few months here, like not working and not anything. And then I sent him an email on Facebook, or a message on Facebook. I said, dude, why don't you can come live with me, rent free. I'll find you a good job, and I'll help you out. And that's literally what I did. I found him not only a good job, I found him one of the best jobs in the country, high pay, easy work, and he moved out to Zhongli, and then he met his girlfriend here, and then they ended up getting married. So his job, his wife, his career, he wouldn't have had any of that if I hadn't contacted him. And he went back to school. He went to university in Taiwan. So somebody else on here was asking about going to school here. You can ask Brad. Brad originally was just a viewer of mine. He was a viewer of my videos, and he sent me a message saying, oh, hey, I watch your videos. I'm in Taiwan right now. I'm down south trying to get a job, and everything sucks. And I'm like, it sucks because you didn't contact me before you came here. That happens a lot. That's happened like 3 or 4 times in the last couple of months, where my viewers send me a message, or I'm on their Facebook pages or something, and they're like, yeah, I'm in Taiwan now. I'm like, why would you come out to Taiwan and not contact me first? I'm pretty generous when it comes to helping strangers. There's any of you guys know Prozzy? There's a new video blogger in Taiwan. He's just a blogger. He's not a motorcycle blogger. He's just a blogger. And he used to be in China, and he got a pretty big following. And then he moved to Taiwan, and now he's in Taiwan, and he's got a big following. Yeah, he's a prick, says the Dragoran. Thank you. I kind of feel the same way too. I reached out to him. I thought, okay, I'm a YouTuber. He's a YouTuber. He's a Canadian. I'm a Canadian. I'll reach out to the guy. I'll be nice. I'll offer him help. I'll offer him, like I've done with other people in the past. I've done it for people in the past who weren't anyone special, and he's someone special. So I thought I'll be extra generous. I'll give this guy a free tour. I'll let him borrow one of my motorcycles. I'll show him around. Whatever job he has now, I can find him a better one. And he pretty much just blew me off. Everything I wrote to him, I'm like, yeah, I could give you a tour. And he goes, oh, I don't like touring with someone. I like to explore on my own. And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm offering you a day tour. So the other 364 days of the year, you can tour on your own. But this one you could do with me, and you'll have it'll be the best day of your entire year as far as exploring Taiwan goes, because I'm a fucking expert at it. Has JDE ever ridden on the back of the Ninja? He's ridden on the front of the Ninja, with a little. I've had adults fall off the back of my motorcycle because I opened the gas and they fly off the back. So I wouldn't put my son on the back. I've put him on the front between my legs. Like I wedge him in between the gas tank and my crotch, and that way he can't fall off. And he loves it when I do wheelies. So I've had my son. Yeah, I've had my son on the Ninja, and I've done wheelies, like little baby wheelies with him on it. He's a crazy driver. I don't know, man. It's hard to say. You need to be aggressive, so crazy might work in his benefit. I don't know who C Milk is, but he mentioned that. He's got a hot girlfriend, Prozzy. Well, she's not hot. Her face is average, but she's young, and she's got a nice body. So he's milking that for views because he's using her thumbnail. He used his girlfriend in a bikini as a thumbnail recently in a video, which. And then in the video, he's like, yeah, you losers can jerk off to it or whatever. And I'm like, okay, you use it as the thumbnail, and then you get angry at the fact that people are going to look at it. I'm like, that's an aggressive way to talk to his subscribers, too. But I'm sure I'm guilty of that as well. I think the problem is that he's used her in the past on his thumbnails and then not shown her in the videos, and then people complain about clickbait. But that's life. Hold on a second, guys. I'm erasing it. It really scares me when the road disappears every once in a while, and I go off road for that half a second because I never know where I'm supposed to be. Yeah, even that.
You've taken the silver medal.
C Milk. Okay, C Milk is his friend he met in mainland China. Basically, propped his channel up to where he is now. Then he left mainland and went to. C Milk let Prozzy use his camera and video equipment to produce videos while he was still in China, and also forwarded people to his channel. Yeah, kind of sounds like me and Jake the Garden Snake. Jake the Garden Snake was nobody at one point when I was huge, and he used to message me like 2-3 times a week. Every week he was sending me messages like. Keep in mind, he was nobody and I was big, and I would answer him. I would talk with him. He'd send me messages, and I would talk to him. You know, he wasn't sending me money. He wasn't giving me donations. He was just a small motorcycle vlogger who was sending messages to someone that he looked up to. And I took the time and I chatted with him and he was persistent. So yeah, and then he would ask for shout outs, and I gave him shout outs. He is dope. Yeah, his channel's good. He puts a lot of work into his editing and stuff, which I respect. But you know, recently I've been thinking about the fact that he used to beg me for shoutouts, and if you go look at my older videos, I've probably given him shoutouts in at least 6 or 7 different videos to help his channel when his channel was getting started. And now that my channel is struggling, does he give me shoutouts? Nope. But then again, I've never asked him for one. I think if I did, he would, to be honest. But it would be nice. It would be nice if, you know, some of these other motorcycle vloggers just offered, especially considering I'm the original. Watching him because you shouted. Yeah, there you go. Fillier says, actually started watching Jake because you shouted him out. Well, not all, but the majority of his original subscribers he got through me because his channel had nobody, and then he was contacting me, and then I gave him a couple of shoutouts. I watch Baker X Derek. I watch a few motorcycle vloggers, and I don't watch all their videos, which is why I understand why not everybody watches all of mine. But yeah, the OG motovloggers. Yeah, me, Svengeli. There was a Bible guy at the very beginning, and there was that Hawaiian guy. There was an Asian guy in Hawaiian. I forget, Spencerian or something like that. He was like one of the very first, when there's only like 5 of us doing it or something. Yeah. I just figured out why my butt smells weird. It's because my couch is like plastic leather, pleather, and then I always put my feet up on the couch, and then my feet smell, and I end up wiping all my feet juices onto the plastic. But then that's also the same place where I sit. So my butt, like my pants, yeah, my pants end up smelling like the bottom of my feet. Because sometimes when I'm picking pants up off the floor in my bedroom to see if they're clean enough to wear, I'll smell the crotch area or the butt area. and for a while I was freaked out by it, because I'm like, this doesn't smell like a butt smell. It's a bad smell, and it doesn't smell like butt. Why does my butt smell like a stinky foot? And I just realized, like, the other day, it's because I always put my feet up on the couch. Mobile Marshall, classy. Yeah, I know. I thought you guys would get a laugh out of it, but yeah. So yeah, I'm like, why do my pants smell like a smelly shoe? It doesn't make sense to me. And it's, yeah, because I keep my feet up on the chair where I sit. What kind of oil do you use on your bikes? Sorry if off topic. I don't have, I'm not, gotta wash your my feet get stinky quick. I had a shower this morning. I had a shower, a few hours ago. I'm sure they already smell. You know what kind of oil you should use in a motorcycle? First of all, you don't use motorcycle oil because the price is overinflated just because it's for a small niche market. You use car oil, and you use an oil that's rated for diesel vehicles. So in other words, you use like diesel truck oil. That's the oil you would put. That's also the oil you want to put in your car too, because a diesel vehicle needs much better oil than a regular car or motorcycle, or even better than what a racing car would use, because diesel engines run much hotter and with much more pressure than any other car. So therefore, if an oil is okay for a diesel engine, it'll be like super effective for a motorcycle or regular car. Okay, so I just finished all the things. I got a few golds and the rest are silver. Oh, and now it's a totally different track area. Yeah, like, and if you're using diesel oil, like engine oil that's rated good enough for a diesel vehicle, you can just get cheap stuff. Just get like the cheapest diesel because if it's good, like I said before, if it's good enough for a diesel engine, then it's more than good enough for any gasoline powered engine. Not only that, like truck drivers, they change their oil like once every 100,000 kilometers or something crazy. I used to be top 1,000 in Canada. Yeah, I'm not. I would never be. That's the thing too, man. I was watching people play. I was watching like an expert play Fortnite the other day on YouTube. If you ever want to like hate yourself, just watch an expert do something that you love and realize how much you suck at it. It's sad, like when I was young, I was a good dancer. Like I was considered one of the best dancers in Winnipeg. And I'm not exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating. I literally was considered one of the best dancers in my city. If I walked to a dance club, the DJ knew my name. Even if I'd go. I'm honest. I'm not even kidding. I would walk into a dance club that I'd never been in before, and the DJ would announce me. He'd be like, "Hey, everybody, check it out. M13 just walked in the door." He wouldn't say M13. He would say my real name, and I'd be like, I'd walk up to the DJ booth. I'm like, "Do I know you, dude?" And he's like, "No." He goes, "But I've seen you around. You're a good dancer." So anyways, but here's the point of the story. If I was 18 again, and I was hitting the clubs and dancing, I would be a nobody. Do you know why? Because of YouTube. Because if you go on YouTube and you click in good dancer, you'll see dancers, you'll find like 500 different videos you'll find thousands of videos of dancers, and every one of which is like 10 times better than me. But back before the internet, people couldn't see that. They would see the odd good dancer on TV, and that'd be it. So if you walked into a dance club and you danced well, you were boom. For some people, that was the best dancer they'd ever seen in their life. But now with YouTube, it doesn't matter how good you are at something. There's thousands of people that are better than you on YouTube. Yeah, the internet made the world a lot smaller, exactly. And it's big fish, small pond. More like small fish, more like only fish in small pond. But yeah. But yeah, exactly. When it came to dancing, I was like one of the only people in the city that cared about it. It is depressing. It is. Imagine if you're like, I think how it is for my son. You know, my son he learns how to ride a unicycle, say for example, and then he gets kind of good at it, and he thinks, wow, I'm good at riding a unicycle, Daddy. And then he goes on YouTube and does a search for unicycle and sees guys that like are doing tight ropes on unicycles, and they're climbing up mountains on unicycles, and they're doing backflips with a unicycle between their legs and this and that, and then he's like, oh well, I'll never be as good as any of them. And he won't ever be as good as any of them. So he's just, oh, I'm gonna quit, you know. Because, and then some of you would say, oh, well, if he practiced, that was funny. Some of you are like, well, yeah, well, if he practices, he will be as good as them. That's not true. You need some level of natural ability to become the best in the world. If you are not athletic and not coordinated, then I don't care how much you practice. You're never going to be able to compete with the best in the world. I didn't know you did live streaming. I've subbed for years. Pretty cool. I think I found you a few years ago when I hooked up how to... just kidding. When I looked up how to ride. He's gonna type. Yeah, my how to ride video had millions of views. I think the majority of my viewers found me through learning how to ride, which is why I need to redo those videos. Because now if you go to YouTube and you type in how to ride, my video's not even on the first page. And for the longest time, I was always just the #1 choice. But then that's the same thing, man. YouTube does its analogs or whatever. Like they made their changes to how you find videos. And one of the things they did was they made a change about, I don't know, a year ago that favors new videos over old, because they found that people were always watching the old videos, and then so it made it hard on new creators. So now they have if you search for something, you're gonna find a newer video. So it penalizes all the older guys like myself. Your best video is when you found Xiaomei and she was happy. Yeah, that video's got a lot of views now. I think it's at like 6 million or something. So I've earned, I earned a lot of money off of that one. My dog putting Babao down, that one also earned me a lot of money, depressingly enough. Every time I either lose a dog or kill a dog, I make bank. That's pretty much what I've learned from YouTube. Re-upload your old videos. Yeah, I might do that. Angry Intercourse is second. No, it can't be. It's up there. It's not second though, is it? I have a video called Angry Intercourse, and then the thumbnail is of like a hot chick sitting on a guy and he's on his computer. And then in the video it's just me talking about, I forget. I think just angry sex, yeah. Like getting into an argument. It is second? Wow, okay. Wow. Yeah, see, okay, somebody just mentioned the video where I eat McDonald's with a helmet on. I spent days making that video. Like, I spent like a week every day working on that video, getting different shots. I had to get friends to help as a cameraman, etc., so forth. And that video never got dick for... People talk about it all the time, but it never got any views. Nobody ever watched that video. Like, you know, it's probably... out of all my videos, I probably put the most work into that video. And it got dick for views, which was very... It's one of the reasons why I'm never... If you look at my videos that have the most views, I put very little actual effort into them. It's usually just me talking about a topic and then it goes viral. Or showing something. And then I have other videos where I put effort into them and cut them up and do editing and this and that, and those ones don't ever do very well. So it's very... It's opposite of motivating. What's the opposite of motivating? Demotivating? I don't know. Yeah, my rave biker. My rave biker videos. Those are videos, again, those are also videos I put effort and work into, and I had to like dance in multiple locations in public and humiliate myself, and I was wearing a full face helmet, and it was summer, so I was sweating buckets, and I had, you know, a cameraman follow me around so I could dance different. And I thought, you know, I put a lot of effort into those videos, and again, nobody watched them. My hardcore viewers watch them and they like them and they comment about them to me like, oh, you should do another rave biker video. And it's like, yeah, but they're a lot of work and they don't get any views in comparison to my other videos where I just jeez, I just did that race so poorly. I was like talking to you guys and I was crashing into walls and I still got silver. Yeah, I should cater to my hardcore viewers more, really. I'm being selfish. If it's my hardcore viewers like Rave Biker and that kind of stuff, then those are the ones I should make. I really should. I don't know if I could do it. You know, I haven't danced. And I literally have not danced since the crash. My legs don't work. I don't walk well now. I don't know if I could dance. I think oh, yeah, that's stupid. I'm starting again. I still remember the second he hit his hand on the visor. What are you talking about? Hit his hand on the visor. Yeah, crippled Rave Biker. Why are they getting away on me? Let me try. Hit his hand on the visor. What are you talking about? What video are we talking about now? Oh, I hit the wall again. Yeah. In the next few days, I'm gonna try doing a regular blog, because, you know, I'll tell you something. Like, people think the main reason I don't show my face is because of legalities or because of the mystery, and both of those answers are correct. That's part of the reason, but the number one reason I've never shown my face in videos is just because I'm self-conscious. Because I was good looking when I was young, and then I started balding, and then I shaved my head, and then so every time I look in the mirror and I see myself with a shaved head, I don't like what's looking back at me. So I never wanted to show my face in video. But thankfully, I'm very thankful for that Prozzy guy, because I think to myself, I look at his videos, and I think if someone as ugly as him can make videos and be popular, then I can do it for sure. He's got a video of him recently where he's on the beach and he's got some fat, which is okay, but he's got this disgusting amount of body hair, and no one's ever explained to him about what's it called? Man trimming? No, it's called manscaping. There you go, manscaping. It's like, dude, man, like, he's got this gorgeous, well, this attractive girlfriend who's got this, you know, immaculate body, and then he's got this chubby body covered in gross amounts of hair. Like, I can only imagine, like, the poor girl having to give that guy head, and he's probably got, like, what's that boxer's name? The one that had the big haircut? Oh God, I can't forget his name. I forgot his name. It would have been a funny joke if I could have pulled that off just then, but that's the problem with recording live. The guy who was, you know, shit, somebody else type it in. Anyways. Yeah, anyways, the point is if someone like Prozzy, an unattractive, short, chubby Canadian who doesn't know how to manscape can get in front of the camera, then I don't have any excuse for hiding. Legionnaire, do you know who says a lot of women like body hair? Unattractive guys with body hair. That's who says that. That's would be more turned off by a guy waxing or shaving his body hair than having a lot of body hair. No, I'm guessing that, like, without knowing you, and don't be offended by this because I don't know you, I have no idea who you are, I've never seen you before, so you can't get insulted by what I'm about to say. But I would guess that you are average looking at best and with no sense of fashion. Like I'm guessing the last time someone said to you, hey man, I really like the way you dress and stuff, was never. Because I've had multiple guys that I'm friends with in real life and I say to them, dude, shave that shit. And they're like, oh yeah man, some chicks like hair and they like the body. And these friends that I'm telling to shave their hair have no style at all. Like, no, they don't know how to dress, they don't know how to shave, they got ugly haircuts, and then the body hair is just one extra thing that they defend, and it's just like, come on, man. Do you know, here's how much girls like body hair. Go to Instagram, check out the different Instagram models, check out the top 50, top 100 Instagram models. Okay, yeah, Dragon Guy says he's overweight. So, anyways, go to Instagram, do a search for top 100 Instagram male models. How many of them have body hair? It will literally be, okay, I was gonna say 0 out of 100, but it'll be 5 or less. So 95% of models are no body hair whatsoever. So that tells you what women like, okay? If women liked the hairy ones, then the hairy ones would have more viewers. But they don't. So yeah, sure, 5 women out of 100 will like body hair on a man over no body hair. But that's 5 out of 100. The other 95 will choose the guy who takes care of himself. Also, when you know, it's more hygienic, less body odor, you don't have your sweat clinging to the hairs, etc., so forth. I have light hair, don't want to shave it because it will get thicker. Technically that's a myth. Hair doesn't get thicker as you shave it. It just seems thicker because the base is thicker, but it's always growing in anyways. But if you don't have much hair, you don't need to shave it. But long, thin hairs are still grosser than short, thick hairs. Especially when it comes to like mustaches and shit, like, and beards. Yeah, you can just Google it, man. Does hair grow back thicker when you shave it? And they'll be like, no, it just seems that way because the base of the hair is thicker than the tip. So when you shave it, you're shaving it down to the base, which is thicker, but it's still going to be growing in at the same speed as it was originally. Yeah. It's a misconception. Like, the ugliest thing ever is these mustaches on guys. Guys that, like, have these thin, wispy mustaches or beards. I got a friend of mine on Facebook, shout out to Buffalo, and we play games together a lot, and I checked out his Facebook picture, and he has this, like, you know, thin hair on his face, and it's like, God, there's what? How many girls on the planet say, yeah, I like a guy who has like a mustache and beard, but not like a thick, full one. I like a guy with like thin, wispy hairs coming off his face, like long, kind of oily. Yeah, that's what I look for in a guy. Like, oh God, it's just it's the most disgusting thing ever. And like it's like, I don't understand how people don't have the common sense to know what they should or shouldn't have. For example, I met a guy in Taiwan, a white guy from America or somewhere, and he had a unibrow. He had one eyebrow going all the way across. Like it was, and it's like nobody Like, he was 30-something years old and highly intelligent. I think he worked in, like, I don't know, he was an intelligent guy. He wasn't an English teacher. He was, like, in engineering or something in Taiwan. And at no point in his life did anyone ever show him the invention of tweezers. Chicks dig a brow, though. You've got to be kidding. You're not that dumb. If you want to know what chicks like, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Do a search. Top 100 Instagram male models. How many of them have a unibrow? 0. How many of them have body hair? A very small percentage. Maybe 5% or less. You know, like, that's what, you know. And it's not hard, you know. It's not hard to do some shaving of the hair. I shave my legs, I shave my arms, I shave everything. But I don't shave it often. I shave it once every 4 to 6 months. Fingernails. Somebody wrote fingernails. Please clip and clean them. Yeah. I keep my nails are immaculately short. Like, they're really short. Like, and even when they grow a little bit, like, and I don't bite them. Legs, yeah, I shave my legs. Well, I don't shave them completely. Like, I don't shave them like a woman does. I just use a clipper, and I cut the hairs down from being like 1.5 inches long to 1/2 inch. You know, so I still have hair on my leg. I just not super long, bushy, gross hair. I'm a hairy guy. Lack of showering can boost immune system. That's true. People in general are supposed to shower too much. Does your boyfriend like your shaved legs? Like I said, they're not shaved. I technically don't have shaved legs, because shaved legs would be like a shaved head. It would mean nothing. I shave my legs. I trim them. I don't shave them. I trim them. Trim, yeah, wax the chest. I don't wax my chest either. I just trim everything. I trim my whole body just so it's shorter, so that it's in the realm of normality. I'm looking for a unibrow now. You're not going to find a unibrow on Instagram models. There's no way. There's no way you're going to find a unibrow. Does it look better with your pantyhose? See, that's fine. Did I get a medal on this track? Yes or no? Oh yeah, I did. So, my self-confidence took a hit. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm sorry. It's amazing though. It's amazing. I've actually met guys that were like, you know, unibrow, unattractive, gross facial hair, and they had self-confidence. They had this confidence, like, yeah, you know, and I'm like, where is it? You know, like, I'm back in those days, I was better looking them in every way, shape, and form, and I was pretty self-conscious. So I'm like, it's weird though. You meet these people. You meet people that have no reason to be confident about their looks, and yet they are. And I don't know. It's like, I don't know if that's good or bad. I guess it's good because they're happy with themselves, but they're also delusional, which is weird, you know. I remember a very specific instance of that was, yeah, confidence does matter more than looks. That is true. That is true. But if it's something you can fix easily, like shaving your face or plucking your eyebrow, why the hell wouldn't you? My ugly buddy pulls hot chicks always because he has an honest 9-inch wiener. I call bullshit on that. I don't believe that for a half a second, because I personally and honestly have a 10-inch wiener. I'm hung like a porn star. I joke about it in a lot of my videos, and people think I'm joking, but I'm honest. I'm being serious. I have a 10-inch penis, and it's never helped me. It's never, not once. I don't think I've ever pulled a girl because of the fact that I have a abnormally long penis. Like, I don't. All it does is it falls when I'm sitting down on a toilet to poop. I have to keep one hand on my penis because it hits the water. When I get an erection, and I'm like, if I'm outside and I get an erection for some reason, it sticks out the top of my pants, so I have to cover it with a shirt. Like, it was a big problem. It was a big problem in junior high. I'd get these, because in junior high you get erections all the time, and you have. I back in those days, back in the '80s, people would tuck their shirt in. I always had to pull mine out because my penis would stick out the top of my pants. It reaches my belly button. If you want to know how long a 10-inch penis should be, it should be, when you get an erection, it should touch your belly button. Yeah, it's never. I've never. I don't know. How does an unattractive guy with a big dick get girls? Does he walk up to them and say, "I'm well hung"? Like, how would the girl know? That's why I don't understand. I'm being honest. Anybody, you can ask. I think people. You could ask Jake the Garden Snake and Fire Guy 21 and all that. I think they all saw me. I generally, if anybody who's done my tour has seen my penis pretty much, because I'm huge. So, and I know it. So I'll generally walk around, you know, and show it off. Oh, that's true. Big dick boosts his confidence. Yeah. Okay. Well, then anything that boosts your confidence will help you to get girls. But it's never really mattered. It really hasn't. Like, it's never helped me. I don't know how it would. I've had girls, and like every girl that I dated back in Winnipeg would say to me, "You're the biggest guy I've ever been with. You have the biggest penis of any guy I've ever dated." And so I thought, oh wow, so she's gonna tell other people, and that's gonna spread. I'm gonna have all sorts of girls chasing after me. But I never did. I dated a lot, but that was because I was a dancer, not because I was well hung. I never once had a girl walk up to me and say, "Oh yeah, so and so told me you're well hung. Did you want to hang out?" Never, not once. Sounds like the best advertisement for your tour. That's funny. JD is lucky to have you as a dad. Thank you. It's an odd thing to say when we're talking about my penis, but all right, I'll take it regardless. Why are you showing these men your penis? Because I'm bigger than them. So I like to rub it in their face. No pun intended. I don't know, if you're a guy and you've got big biceps and you're hanging around with a bunch of other guys, you're going to take opportunities to flex. Same thing with the penis. If you're a guy and you're in a room with 20 other guys and you know that your penis is bigger than all of theirs, then you're gonna at some point just rub it in their faces. Does your dick hurt your relationships in Taiwan? I've known several small Asian chicks who happily admit they like smaller dicks. Yeah. I've honestly put a few girls in the hospital. I've had sex with Asian girls, and there's tearing, there's bleeding, and days later they're still in pain, so they have to go to the hospital and get it checked out and stuff. So yeah, I need to be careful. I very often can't go all the way in. Hey, some are growers, not showers. This one girl called out her husband for having a small dick, but then she likes it better. So I guess that means I should be scared when I go on the tour then. It's usually like a joke. Like I'll knock on someone's door and ask if they have a spare towel, and I'll be buck naked or something, you know. And then they usually just immediately turn their head away and they're like, "Gross, man, what the fuck?" And then I just laugh and walk away. It's just, you know, I do it as a joke thing. It's like a, you know, guys in a locker room joke thing. Asian girls I've been with can't fit my sixer more than halfway in. Wow, that's an exaggeration, man. 7 inches is the normal size for a white male, and I think probably more like 6 inch, and they should be fine with that. Yeah, if I do your tour, I don't want to see your weenie. I'll pay extra to see. Damn, your tour sounded... My tours are awesome, man. My tours, people always come back. You don't rub it into people's faces when they are sleeping, at least. Yeah, no, I don't do anything like that. I have multiple jokes. One joke, I take the biggest towel and then I wrap it around my armpits. Like, you know how girl wears a towel when she gets out of the shower, so it covers her chest? That's how I wear a towel, but because I hang low, it hangs out the bottom of the towel. So I walk around with this towel wrapped around my chest. So looks like I'm completely covered, but there's actually like 2 inches of penis hanging out the bottom of it between the legs, which is funny. So I just walk around with a towel on and this thing hanging between my legs. And usually people don't notice right away, so I'm talking to them and they glance down and they're like, what the fuck? Everyone wants more after you give the tease. Oh, it was funny. I had a guy from Australia who had heard that I often flash on my tour, and we're talking. On my tour. It's 11 days, and I usually flash once. So we're talking like 5 seconds out of 11 days. It's not something I do more than once, but I usually do it at some point. So there was a guy in Australia. He did my tour, and what did I do? I climbed. I jumped from my balcony to their balcony, which I thought was cool, and then I went up against the window and I just pressed my junk up against their window, and they looked up, and and then I quickly covered myself, and the Australian guy was like, he was really upset because he didn't get a good look, so he kept asking. He was like, show it again. I heard you were huge. And he wasn't gay. He was actually on the tour with his girlfriend. He wasn't gay at all. He just was curious how big I actually was, because he'd heard me say in the past that I was big. And it was funny because he kept telling me to show him again. I'm like, I'm not showing you. I did it as a joke. I'm not gonna display it anytime someone asks. That's how you leave the bath areas to your hotel room. Hotel room. I don't know. We have hotels where we have balconies and then they're side by side. So he was probably No, he wasn't. He was just curious. Maybe he's never seen a porn-length penis in real life before, so he was curious. That's understandable. He wanted you to take his woman. I kept flirting. I flirt with any girl that does my tour, and it's she. I wasn't interested in her at all, but she was on my tour, and it was funny because she was a weaker rider, so she was in the second position, and there'd be a couple of times where we'd get cut off at the lights from the rest of the group, so it'd be me and her riding alone, and then the other, I don't know, 6 people in the tour were at the red light, and then whenever that would happen, I'd always say to her, I'm like, okay, we've lost the rest of the group. Let's you and me ride off into the sunset, and let's just ride away and leave them. You can live here with me, and we can get married, etc. And she never played along with the joke. She would always smile, but she'd be like, no. And I'm like, why are you saying no? Do you think I'm serious? Do you think I'm really asking, an average-looking Australian girl who's half my age to run away with me? Like, it's just. Sometimes you appreciate a good-looking dick, says Mobile Marshall. You make him watch. Oh. Do you think all Taiwanese women are psychotic? Yeah, I've actually put a lot of thought into that question. I think the answer is the majority of Taiwanese women who date foreigners are psychotic. Yes. I think the type of Taiwanese women that goes out looking to date white guys is psychotic. Because I think what happens, this is just a theory, what happens a lot is if you're a Taiwanese girl and you were maybe raped or molested by your Taiwanese father, you might be unattracted to Taiwanese men because of that. And then therefore you would go out and seek something very different, ipso facto, white men. But the problem is you're still fucked up in the head. So yeah, so I think a lot of I think white guys in Asia are very unlucky because the type of girls that go to foreigner bars are usually like the grossest of the gross. So yeah. So Brad's in danger. No, I think Brad, he didn't His wife's a sweetheart. She's very, very nice and submissive. He got lucky. I'm saying, it's not going to be true for everyone, but yeah. And somebody else wrote, I think the majority of women are psychotic, and yeah, that's true too. Because a lot of my friends in Canada, I hear horrible, horrible stories about their wives and their white people marrying white women. You have to be careful of foreigner hunters. In Japan, they call them gaijin hunters. And yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't date Asians after a few mishaps. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of stuck in limbo now. I'm like unattracted to Asian women, and I'm living in Asia. Serpens says similar things about Chinese women. Yeah, I think there's lots of nice Chinese women out there, but probably the ones that are nice wouldn't be in the places where foreigners would be. Yeah. Serpens. I got a problem with him too, Dragoran. You follow all my enemies. When I had my accident and I broke both my legs and my hip and my knee and I lost half my left hand, people made a GoFundMe for me to send me money to help me get well and to. It was mostly just because I was so stressed. When you become handicapped, you're stressed, and one of the biggest stresses is money. So if someone has a serious accident, sending them money is just one less stress for them. Anyways, Serpens, when my GoFundMe was created, he literally was going underneath my videos and telling everyone not to donate. And this is the same guy he was another guy that used to write to me all the fucking time, trying to be my friend and kissing my ass and asking for shout outs because my channel was much bigger than his back in the day. I love how all these guys used to suck my ass and beg me for shout outs so they could make their channels grow. And now a few of them have channels that are bigger than mine now, and they don't do anything to talk to me. He does a lot of dick things. I stopped watching him. Hey, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't his new girlfriend the girl with the incredibly fake breasts? Like, she literally has huge scars on both her armpits where they stuffed all the silicone into her chest, and her chest is just like grossly large with all the fake, like with all the veins sticking out of it and shit. That's his new girlfriend, isn't it? He was like married before or something. Why would he do that? I'm guessing he did it because he was jealous. I'm guessing he's married? Is he married to the girl with the fake breasts? Is he married to the disgusting chick with the silicone breasts? No, I'm thinking of Serpenza. His real name's Winston. I clicked on some of his recent videos, and his recent videos have like one of his recent videos is of smartphones, like smartphones in China or something like that. And it's him walking around an electronics mall and looking at different smartphones. And he's got some girl with huge boobs modeling them. And it's 100% silicone. You can tell, you can literally see the scars where the surgery was done because they go in through the armpits. And you can see the scars on both their armpits where they inserted the silicone. Like, it wasn't a good job. Is that just a model he's hiring for his videos then? That's a Chinese model, not his wife. Okay, that's good then. He's just using her for her chest so he can get more views for his videos, which I have no problem with. That's understandable. She was working at an expo or something, and he met up with her. Okay. Yeah, he's. I don't know if he's handsome. He's presentable. In Canada, he wouldn't do that well. Naomi Cyber. Okay. Yeah, she was in some of his recent videos, so I clicked on some of his recent videos and I was like, ooh, I don't know. That's some. I wouldn't touch a girl that looked like that. Like, I don't mean to be rude, but you know, anybody who just spends that, like, you know, because anytime you're out with her in public, people, she looks like you know, she looks like a stripper or a prostitute because you spent a lot of money making her chest grotesquely large. Yeah, but like, you know, if I was a girl, I might do the same thing. I might, if all it takes is getting breast implants and all of a sudden your YouTube channel is going to pay for the rest of your life, well, why not, right? Well, his wife is hot and she's a doctor. That is a score. Yeah, that is a score. Yeah, good for him. Fake boobs are gross. Oh, you want to hear a funny fake boob story? I got a friend of mine in Taiwan. This is a while back, and he was dating a girl. They were just kind of casually dating, but I think she really liked him, but he was just so about her. And she went out, and she went away. She was like, she was rich. She was a Taiwanese rich girl that he was dating, and she went away to Japan for a vacation. And when she came back, she had a boob job. And she's like, yeah, I got this while I was in Japan. And she was all proud of it, and she thought he'd be all excited by it. And he the jerk thing to do, because she just had it done, and she spent money, and she had surgery, and she had to go through recovery. He looks at it and goes, yeah, why'd you do that? I think fake boobs are gross. And she was like, oh. So then the very next month, she went back to Japan and got them taken out again. Can you imagine going, like, flying to another country, going to a specialist, spending lots of money, getting a surgery, going through recovery, and then one person says something bad about it, and you go back and get it taken out? Even worse, somebody wrote, even worse, lip injection Botox. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. There's a, you guys remember House MD though? House MD has an episode where Joan Rivers comes in and she wants to undo all the plastic surgery that she's done. So he uses a computer to show her what she'll look like, how she would look if she'd aged naturally, and it's also gross, just in a different kind of gross. And she's like, yeah. If you haven't seen that, you can probably find that on YouTube. It's Joan Rivers on House MD. I'm so squirrely, man. Oh, I'm doing horrible. Last time. I don't mind fake breasts at all if they're like natural looking. It's when they do the overkill thing where it's just like, you know, where you're standing a block away from them and you know it's fake before you even see them up close. That's where I have a problem with it. Like if a girl has a small chest and she makes herself into like a C cup or something, or if a girl has, you know, surgery and she gets her breast, like has to get her breast redone. Of course that's fine. It's just when you have like a thin girl with huge watermelons and they're all veiny and there's scars, and that's where it's... Fake balls, do you see? I'm trying to read the comments here. It's not working. Somebody wrote, fake breasts are ridiculous and fake balls. It wouldn't be fake balls, it would be like fake butts. And men do get fake butts nowadays. It's different though. For women it's about looks, and for men it's about money. So men don't work hard doing makeup and surgery because all they need is money, and then they'll have a hot wife. Or women don't care that much about looks, but they do care about financial security and having a house and having a yard and this and that, so it's just different. Men put their time and effort into making money, and women put a lot of their time and effort into their looks. And that's of course just a generalization. I'm not saying all women. Plenty of professional career women nowadays. Hold on a second. I want to do this. Oh. This is why I don't like dirt. It's not like I'm constantly doing this. I'm just oversteering. Oversteer. I give up. I find with video games nowadays, you do, you know, when you start playing a video game, you start off, you're like so-so, and then after a little bit, you get better. But if you play for too long, you start getting worse. It's like with all things. I remember when I was doing dirt biking with Jake, the Garden Snake, and those other guys. Yeah, see, I'm already bored of this, man. Let's just go exploring. Maybe we can find a farmer's daughter in the field or something. Are you using a controller or a wheel? I actually have a wheel, but it doesn't really, there's nowhere to set it up in my living room, so I have it upstairs in a spare room. And yeah, I've pretty much never used it. I got it for my son for Christmas. It was like, I got it for my son, quote unquote, a few years ago for Christmas, because it was something that I thought he'd like, but I also knew that I could use it. It's when you have if you're a man and you have a son, you can use his birthdays and his Christmases as an excuse to get things for yourself that you want. You'd be like, yeah, son, I bought you this cool radio-controlled car for your birthday, and your son's like, oh, cool. And then every day when he's at school, you can take it out and play with it yourself, of course. He's using a wooden stick. Yeah, consider how badly I'm doing. Okay, let's try one more time. Okay, one more time. Let's just shut up. I'm gonna do this. Come on. Show you guys that I'm stuff. I'm having real difficulty with the dirt road part. It's hard. It just seems to slide around. Well. Oh, I just noticed the giant sign that says slow down. Maybe I paid attention to that before. Oh yeah, drift through here. I just noticed this sign.
2 laps to go.
2 laps? Oh my goodness, I didn't realize this was one of the laps.
Don't give up.
Don't give up. Ah. I don't think I need to slow down. Thank you very much, Giants. Trying to read what you guys are saying. Yeah, my kid's full. What? My kid is July 8th. I think JD is November. Is that right, Emily? Yeah, my son's November 9th. Take your turns on dirt more wide. Don't hug inside. Yeah. Well, that's shit. That should be for anything, not just dirt. But anyways, yeah, I'm bored of this, and yeah. I think that's, I don't like it when these videos are too long. Oh, elapsed time, 1.5 hours. I've been talking to you guys for 1.5 hours. No wonder I'm bored of this game. Alright guys, it was nice talking to you. Hopefully you stick around. Put the notification bell on. And it only costs $4 a month to see all my secret private videos on Patreon. Okay, later guys. Any last minute requests or questions or anything? I'll stick around for a couple minutes. Are you gonna go back to teaching? I might go back to teaching, but that's, if I do, it's a huge failure because I've spent the last 8 years of my life building up my tour company, and to go back to teaching, I'd have to quit my tours. I don't think it's a. It might be my only choice financially, but I don't get why you ever stopped. You don't get why I went from working 30 hours a week to like a month and a half per year. You don't get that. My tours, I could make as much in 2 months of touring as I could in a full year of teaching. So I had a choice of working 2 months out of the entire year or working a 9-to-5 job all year long. Obviously, I'm going to choose the 2 months, and obviously I'm going to hold on to that as long as I can. All right, good night. Yeah, the big tour companies, I still haven't met with them. I was supposed to meet with them last week, and then I had someone book a tour last week, so I had to cancel on the big tour companies because I had someone who booked a tour, and then well, it's good night for them, so I'm saying good night to them. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon here on Sunday, 3 o'clock Sunday afternoon. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah. I don't know. Well, you'd have to. Did I block you on my personal account or on my fan page? And if so, you'd have to send me a message so I'd know who to unblock. I don't know, man. Send me a message somewhere. You can send me an email. There's ways to find out my email address. It's not that hard. What's that funny accent you do in some videos? I have no idea, man. That's too vague. I actually can do a lot of different voices. Yeah, like I said, I can't unblock you because I don't know what your name is on there. You'd have to. Hey, can you unblock me on Facebook? I probably blocked 50 people on there, and then I'd have to go in the options and profiles and look through them all. I would need to know like your email address or etc. So forth. Anyways, okay, guys, later.